happened to Zachary Bernhardt? It's the question that's haunted Clearwater police and his family for 16 years. I talked with his mom, who says she has nothing to hide about what happened at their apartment here that night. Because this plan is part of a lawsuit settlement, it'll now have to be approved by a judge. The superintendent will be working with principals to figure out how to make this plan work. Do you have permission to be operating under his license?
Yes, I do.
Because that's not what he told a roofer who you owe money to. It is so frustrating to see. I started digging into what the state is doing about it and found just in the past 2 months, the Department of Health issued dozens of emergency orders. Now Ponce will not only be facing charges for the wreck, tampering with his ankle monitoring bracelet, and not showing up for court, the Angels expect he'll face federal charges for fleeing the country. Plotkin's been with the district since 2011. His background check and employment record were clean. Some parents who had kids on the bus that day absolutely believe that the court should have held this driver accountable.
I can't even. It's just I come here, I don't even want to be home.
Elkie Griffin says her house is so empty without her 4-year-old dog, Blue.
He's my kid.
Wanting the best for her boy, Blue, while she took her nephew to Disney, she says she researched area pet hotels, choosing Ty-Vee off Dale Mabry.
It was important because I saw that it was 5 stars.
Griffin says just an hour after she dropped him off, she got this call.
His nails were bleeding. They said it was all 4 paws.
Hi, Lori. Ty-Vee manager Lori Weberman tells me from Michigan, where the company has another facility, that Blue sheared off or snagged his nails while running on concrete. Griffin believes they were cut without her permission.
Impossible. Not within an hour.
She was insured Blue was safe until a few hours later she got another call. He was dead.
And she told me that he was hit by a car. And I was like, how is he hit by a car? He's in your hotel. How can he be hit by a car?
Ty-Vee says a worker had taken Blue out for a walk around this pond. It's considered an upgrade for the dogs. Griffin says she had no idea he'd leave the building and argues he wasn't on his own harness and leash, but Ty-Vee's lead that snapped.
And went running out about a block into Dale Mabry Highway in front of a car, and the car didn't stop. I never gave you consent to take my dog off this property.
Ty-Vee says the lead is standard for dogs up to 100 pounds, but wouldn't clarify if they ask for pet owners' permission to leave the property. A policy I'm told they'll now change, halting the lake walks, they say in Blue's legacy.
I want justice for Blue. I want there to be a bill to hold these people accountable.
That new law being proposed by Tampa Senator Dana Young calls for money for owners after the injury or death of a pet if someone is liable. Ty-Vee insists there wasn't negligence in the death of Blue, only an accident. Kendra, Conlon, 10 News, WTSP. Life has thrown 17-year-old Remington Walls a lot of curveballs. The Land O'Lakes High School baseball player is allergic to food. All food.
Eosinophilic esophagitis.
EOE. It's the condition doctors diagnosed him with at 4. There's no cure.
When I eat, the white blood cells in my esophagus attack the food, which could cause severe scarring and ridging my esophagus, which eventually could cause it to close.
This shake in a box is his only source of nutrition. Every meal, every snack, around 18 orange pineapple shakes a day, the rest of his life.
We're around $2,000 for what he needs per month. It's insane.
Insurance has covered it for 13 years. It's now a cost that's unexpectedly falling on the family.
I was told that we were denied, and I was absolutely shocked. I'm like, what do you mean we've been denied?
Frontier Communications bought out his dad's company last year. The family's told what the company covers through Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield health insurance changed in January.
The reason for denial says that our plan now excludes the following: vitamins, food, and food supplements used as dietary supplements.
His substance for life. And if you can't understand that, then let's take food away from you for a week.
Their continuing appeals have been denied. Now they're taking the fight to lawmakers, calling for mandated coverage for anyone who needs this formula to survive.
These companies need to be held accountable, and they can't be allowed to choose the dollar over someone's life. This is my son's life. This is his only source of nutrition, and they don't seem to get it.
I spoke with reps for Frontier and Anthem. They both tell me they'll look into the family's denied claims. We'll hold them to it. Kendra Conlon, 10 News, WTSP.
10 News is getting results tonight.
And Kendra, we cannot thank you enough. Your story has made a difference. I think tonight we're going to finally get our first night of sleep. Just peace of mind.
I went in there and they were gone.
Kevin Fullwood says he had an appointment last week at All About Teeth and showed up to an empty office. So he tried again Monday.
There was nobody there. I've got to get a bridge done in my front and fillings.
His treatment plan.
His brother Blaine says he's out the money.
They've been paid $1,500.
In this email, Dr. Martin told Blaine he wouldn't even discuss scheduling until Blaine took down his online complaint about the business suddenly closing up shop.
No explanation why the office was closed.
No, he has not spoken to me as to why the office was closed.
The businesses next door say the office has been dark more than a week and they've seen a lot of unhappy patients.
I've seen them walk in, knock on the door, pound on the door, and leave. They took his money. That's all I can hear him yelling about.
We found the doors locked as well in Lakeland and Ellenton, so we tried calling to find out if Dr. Martin is trying to sell his business and got the same message at both locations.
Please note, we currently have limited phone availability.
Dr. Martin did respond to my email saying, in part, we only address patient concerns directly with patients. Every patient that has left a message has been responded to. I can't answer your questions regarding structural changes, even if they were going on. It's deja vu for patients who showed up to Martin's Clearwater practice called Highlands Dental last year, only to discover it was closed. Dr. Martin filed for bankruptcy in February of last year, owing creditors more than $2 million at that time. I checked, and it's still going through the courts. He then opened offices under the name All About Teeth in Lakeland and Ellenton, where patients
$2,393.05.
and a vendor say they've been out thousands.
$4,900.
It doesn't seem ethical to me. You don't have a dental office, close it up.
The Board of Dentistry shows Martin's license is active with no complaints, although I spoke with the Department of Health and learned they do not confirm open complaints until they're investigated. In Lakeland, Kendra Conlon, 10 News. This group of eager Bay Area kids, ages 4 to 10, thought they were at the 10 News studios for a toy test.
3, 2, 1, go.
Their parents know as they watch the kids on monitors in our control room, it's really a gun safety check.
We own a firearm, so we tell them, not to touch it, ever.
Just clicks.
With help from Hillsborough County School Resource Officer Ben Tillis.
So this is extremely real.
We wedge an unloaded BB gun in a couch cushion.
Oh, my heart's pounding right now. Okay. Scary.
Girls are playing, essentially sitting on the hidden potential danger. The parents gasp 13 minutes in as the gun catches the eye of 4-year-old Caleb. He pulls it out, looking unsure, then tells his 6-year-old brother Colton. Then Colton picks it up. 5-year-old Austin grabs it, 8-year-old Brady checks it out, and his 5-year-old sister Meredith is curious.
No one's telling anybody yet.
Less than 3 minutes after finding it, Caleb puts his thumb on the trigger and squeezes.
It's a tough thing to swallow because you never know what could happen. That quick, one pull of the trigger and it's over.
What is this thing?
The gun continues to make the rounds, now in the hands of 10-year-old Aiden, who runs to show the other boys.
Where did you find that? I found it sitting on the couch.
It changes hands 4 times in less than 30 seconds before 8-year-old Max fires. There is debate whether it's a toy.
Pistol? Do you have to pull back the... That is a real gun. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Then shoot it. Like shoot it at the floor. If it's a real gun, it shouldn't be laying on the couch. Yeah. Even it should have been hidden somewhere safe. Yeah.
4-year-old Caleb tries to stop them.
It's not a toy.
It is. It's scary. I mean, I'm happy that he is, telling them that it's a real gun. It's not a toy. But again, he did, he picked it up first.
Unsure, they fire it anyway.
He's never seen a real gun. So this is, it's eye-opening.
That's a BB gun, but not loaded.
Oh, no. Then it becomes a free-for-all.
No more Barbie.
You could be at anybody's house and say, oh, it's not real, or it's just fake, and he would just believe it.
I was almost in tears seeing it because they think it's a game, but
Everybody having fun?
Deputy Tillis interrupts the playtime, taking the gun and giving the kids the real lesson to this test.
You don't touch it, you get away from it, you find an adult.
They said it was empty, so I thought it was a toy.
What would have happened if this had been a real gun, guys?
If it was a real gun, it would actually shoot somebody.
Somebody would have been hurt, somebody might have died.
We really have to reiterate the fact that it is not a toy. It is pretty alarming.
It's tough. Parents tell me they'll continue to drive home the message to their kids, but worry what it'll take to really sink in. Think about this. If your child goes over to a friend's home, you may ask if they have a pool and if it's secure. Deputy Tillis says you should be asking those same questions about guns. So would putting a gun in your child's hands help take away the mystery of the danger? We'll show you why it's a choice some parents are making Wednesday night at 11.